offenses have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Wake Forest offense will take the field first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Trying play action. There's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Gonna let it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like, getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign.
Turning it on! He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wake!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like that we can depend on them. They can get other guys.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. You're going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Demon Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oh, they're after him. It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Got his man in the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson. Receivers out there watching.
Caught near the sticks. It's Grimes. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And he's got it for a big play. Off to the races. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he got... watching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. The give on the option. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking downfield. Complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hernandez.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run play action. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Looking left. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it rolls to the ground incomplete. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. NC State. coming up with a first and goal. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second and goal coming up. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to sneak it into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a signal who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Gets it to him on the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year. The entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent. But they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year they've got the guys they need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Palmer, you sound like every coach in the country, right? Like, hey, we restocked, we retooled, we're a year older, we went to the transfer portal. Success is coming. Listen, they got to find a way to get better. They got to find a way in games how to execute, how to finish games. They struggled finishing games a year ago. So I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I love the coach.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Turns it loose. Working on the right. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina State!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Mays. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Carney. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using the quick game. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Dialed up the fake, and he wants to throw. Hit as he throws. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or place some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. To the air, it's Bailey. He's going to throw deep right side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man, it's Hernandez.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hernandez. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They're testing the right side here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Guys guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the... Now to throw. Finds the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down.
There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Gives it on the option.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Hernandez. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Might as well give it to him again. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Mars. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Demon Deacons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got him downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Loses 3. 2nd down coming up.
The Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Carney. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got some room to run. The 30. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, NC State. They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure we just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
And the Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And that is how we will wrap this one up. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already